If you're curious whether your thyroid is part of the missing piece of your infertility puzzle, then today's video is definitely for you. Because today I'm going to be sharing with you what functional versus conventional ranges for your thyroid are and why that's important, as well as 3 reasons why you need to keep track of your thyroid numbers. So let's get into it. Hi everyone, I am Mara Salerno, Functional Diagnostic Nutrition Practitioner of ReclaimOptimalHealth.com, where I help couples just like you resolve their infertility and get back to creating those families you so deeply desire. And before we start, please come follow me on Instagram. I'm on there pretty much daily to support you, chat with you, and provide you with valuable functional fertility content. And please click on that subscribe link down below so that you get notifications every Friday when I post these videos. Okay, so let's say maybe you've been put on thyroid medication by your doc and you're not exactly sure why, or maybe you've been challenged with struggling with your infertility for some time and you still can't figure out why, or maybe you know you have thyroid issues and you want to take care of them, but you don't know what to do. So let's get into it. Firstly, it's really important that you run a comprehensive thyroid panel. So commonly, when you're working with a fertility doctor or a conventional doctor, they're usually only going to run 1, 2, or 3 markers. And when you're working with me, for example, I'm a functional practitioner, I'll be using 8 to 9 different markers on a comprehensive thyroid panel. And the reason that's important is because we want a total full picture of what's going on with your thyroid, because your thyroid is like a master regulator of the body and it's completely interconnected with your entire hormone system in your body. So if this is off, it's going to throw off things like estrogen, for example. So that's really important. And then it's also really important to utilize functional ranges when looking at your results. So when you, again, see your fertility or your conventional doc, oftentimes they're using conventional reference ranges. So what that means is that they're just using this really big range that's based on the entire population, which, as you know, the status quo is pretty unhealthy. And then your doctor looks at your results and sees that your results are fitting into these huge reference ranges, and they're like, oh, well, you look normal to me. I mean, I don't think your thyroid is part of your infertility puzzle. And then they say that it's unexplained, right? And then you're left feeling frustrated because you don't feel well, or you've been struggling with this infertility for so long and you're trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So in steps, functional reference ranges. What are they? So functional reference ranges are utilizing a very small reference range. This is what I use. And this reference range is based on healthy, functioning, fertile men and women that have a healthy thyroid, right? And having that smaller range that's based on healthy people would help someone like me look at your results and say, oh, I can see why possibly this is part of their infertility puzzle. Oh, they're too high, they're too low, etc. And from there, I'll be able to identify the things that you need to do, the therapies that you need to engage in to help benefit you. So you can see how when you're left with these conventional ranges, it falls a lot of people like flat on their faces when they're trying to investigate what the causes are of their infertility. Now, once you've identified that, you've got a thyroid issue because you're looking at the functional ranges, then it's important to keep track of your numbers and know your numbers. Why? Well, the first reason you want to know your numbers is because you want to be able to identify whether you're hyperthyroid, hypothyroid, or autoimmune, right? This is a big deal because this is going to affect what you do. And then the second is that you want to be able to evaluate the risk of how severe your thyroid situation is so you can know how much support your thyroid actually needs. And then the third reason you need to know your numbers is because you want to be able to measure your progress as you're trying new therapies. Because progress is really only made when you can measure it, right? And you want to be able to measure progress. Of course, how you're feeling as well is very important, but keeping track of those numbers is absolutely vital so that you can bring your thyroid into a balance and then as a result, resolve your infertility so you can have your baby naturally and or have a successful IVF and actually have your baby, right? So the thyroid is a big missing piece of this puzzle, and some of the biggest reasons is because of the type of testing, the ranges that are being used, and the fact that numbers are not monitored. So if you're on medication and your numbers have not been monitored, you're in big trouble. You need to be checking that out on a very, very regular basis, like every 3 to 4 months. So I hope this video was helpful for you all. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to direct message me on Instagram and ask me any questions that you have regarding the thyroid. And then if you're ready for someone to help you resolve your thyroid issues and resolve your infertility issues so you can have your baby, then you can click on that qualifying call link down below and we can talk about it. I hope this video was helpful for you all, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.